Okay, so yesterday we have talked about, some of the strategies and a few questions that you might get in IELTS reading. Today we are going to continue with the same trend. We're going to study more, questions such as headings, global multiple choice, locating information, and other things. So this is, I have just mentioned the two on the first slide, right? And let's move ahead. So in today's lecture, we'll be learning how to choose headings for paragraphs or sections of a text, right? And we'll also be looking at how to answer global multiple choice questions. And along with that, we will be learning how to locate information, right? So these are actually the objectives of today's lesson. Now, for headings, what we mean is what we okay. So for headings, you know, we will be actually looking at the introduction, right? And you will be actually looking at how can you identify the main ideas in a text, right? So for example, as you can see here, we have all these headings, right? And then we are having these options, paragraph A, paragraph B, paragraph C, D, and E, right? So you will be having the text, and in the text, you will be reading the passages, paragraphs, and for each and every paragraph, you will have to choose headings from these options, right? So this is how, these questions are done. Now, what is the format or format facts? So you will be looking at actually the main ideas in each paragraph to find a suitable heading for each and every paragraph. What you will be looking for is the main idea. If you are able to locate the main idea easily and accurately and quickly, it means that you have solved your question well. If you are not able to do it quickly and accurately, it means that you have probably missed the answer, or probably you have lost the mark, right? So main idea is really important. You will be also looking at the list of headings. It's not only limited to the study of main ideas in the paragraph, but you will also have to keep in mind all these headings, right? Because these are the ultimate options that you will be choosing from, right? Then you will have to match a heading with each paragraph. Now, how will you do it? It's actually done by matching the main idea with the information given in the heading, right? For example, if there is a paragraph and it's talking about, let's say, uh, climate change. So the overall or the main idea of the paragraph is climate change. So you will be looking here at anything related to climate change. If there is any possible heading given in the options regarding climate change, so you will just blindly tick that option, and it means that you have actually found your answer to the question, right? Further, heading should express main ideas of paragraphs. This is what it means, right? And this is why we have discussed the main idea before, right? So you have the main idea and then you have the headings, right? So they must have, this concordance and this relationship with each other. Now, extra headings that you won't use, there are many other headings which may not be used because they are not relevant to the main ideas, or they are not relevant to the paragraphs in one way or another way. So you can leave them out as well, right? You cannot use a heading twice. It is very understandable that if you are choosing someone a heading for a paragraph, so it can be used only once. You cannot do the you cannot use one heading for two paragraphs. It's not possible, right? And maybe an example given, do not use example heading. Now, what does it mean? It means that before 2021, they would have this test format where they would give you an example. For example, they would give you a heading, which was the example of, let's say, related to paragraph A. So now those examples, they are already taken out. So you don't need to, worry about this final point. But the only thing that you need to worry about is the study of main ideas, right? And the list of headings, and then finding the relationship between these two. Is it clear? If there is any question, you can ask.
No, sir.
Is it clear? So these questions, they are, in one way easy, but in other ways it is a bit difficult, and the difficulty lies in finding the main idea, actually relating how a heading is related to the main idea of a given paragraph. So there is, the question of interrogation, and it is something which is actually a bit technical. So if you can ace it, if you can, easily find it, it means that you can, answer your questions correctly, right? Let's move to the next paragraph, the next slide. Now, it's a practice session. So read the following passage and then choose the most suitable heading that describes each reading passage, right? So this is the passage. Now you have 1 minute to read this passage and then choose the best, title or heading for this passage, okay? So your time starts now. You can take your time, okay? Read it and then tell me which of the options among these headings would, relate to this passage, right? So go ahead. You have 1 minute. Okay, now tell me which of the options is correct.
The purpose of well songs.
Okay, Atika, what do you think? Is Asia's option correct? The first option? Ji Atika, do you agree with her?
Yes, sir.
All right, yes, that is the right option. Why? Because, if you look at the very first statement, it says University of Queensland researchers have discovered, right, that male whales that sing spend more quality time with females, right? So the purpose of whale songs, and it's totally, related
Hmm.
to the purpose of the whale songs, right? And the research that how it was conducted, right? Okay, let's move to the next slide. Now, again, you have another passage. Read this passage and then tell me that, what is the suitable option for, heading for this passage, okay? You have again 1 minute. Start now. Okay, so which of the options is correct?
New whale findings.
Okay. And Atika, what do you think? She opted for the second one. Atika, could you please unmute yourself and talk to us? Which of the options, according to you, is correct? Okay, Asya, tell me why the second option is the right option or the right heading. Could you please explain it?
Sir, sir, when I read the passage, all the information is related to Wells' findings. What he do, what is done with his singing. Other males, Wells also attract. The females also attract. So all the passage is related to Wells' findings.
No, where is the new finding? When you say new well findings, right? Where is the term new?
So again, the purpose of well songs.
Now tell me. Go back to the previous one, right? And tell me. Which of the option is correct?
The purpose of well songs.
Okay, you are still saying that the purpose of whale songs, right? You're still saying it.
Let's see. I think so. The new well findings.
Now you are confused. You know, this is what I wanted to see, and this is what I am trying to teach you here, right? Do not get confused, right? You are very
The
much
purpose
right.
of well song.
Yes, the purpose of whale songs is correct, right? For the first one, the purpose of whale songs is correct, and for the second one, new whale findings is correct, right? You can see here we have plurality findings. And if you look here and if you read this whole passage, so you have multiplicity of findings, right? It's not limited to only you can say, related to female attraction, right? There is also other findings as well, right? For example, it attracts other males, right? It lasts for from 10 to 20 23 hours, 10 minutes to 23 hours, right? So all of them, they are findings. Look at the plural word, findings. So we can see many findings here. Is it clear?
Yes, sir.
Right, so the first one was, you were very much right that it was related to the purpose of whale songs. It actually only stated that whale songs are used for attracting females, right, other females, and in the whale species, right? But here in this paragraph, in this passage, we are given other findings as well related to the whale songs. Is it clear? Now, imagine if the title was New Whale Finding. If you remove an S, then probably we could have said that this passage is this title, New Whale Finding, is related to this one. Why? Because only one finding is being discussed here. Are you getting my point?
Yes, sir.
अतीका, आपको समझ आ रही है? Have you got it? Atika, have you understood? Dear, I cannot hear you. I don't know why. Okay, let's move to the next passage. We have another passage. Now read this passage again. You have 1 minute and then tell me the suitable title among all these options, okay? You have 1 minute.
Project partners.
Yes. Let's wait for Atika if she can answer this one.
Sir,
Yes, you are audible. Atika, can you tell me what is the right option for this one? You can write it in
sir,
the
I
chat.
am disconnected.
It's okay. Now we can hear you. Can you tell us which option, which of the titles would suit this passage? Read the passage and then tell me which of the options is correct. Ji Atika.
Sir, project,
Say it again. Your voice is dropping.
project partners.
Yes, very good. Excellent. It is related to project partners. Why? Because it says that it is a joint project for American and Australian scientists, primarily funded by the United States Office of Naval Research, but also by the Australian Defense and Technology Organization. So, this is the main idea which is being discussed here in this paragraph and this passage, right? So, the right title for this paragraph is Project Partners. It means that you have learned how to locate the main idea of the passage, right? And along with that, you have also learned how to, relate the titles with the passage, with the main idea of the passage, and then answer it, right? So that's really good. Now let's move to the next passage, next slide. Okay, so we are done with, you know, choosing headings for the paragraphs. Right now, we are going to study global multiple choice questions. So the format facts are that come up with the main idea. Again, you have to study the main idea. You have to understand what the main idea is, right? As well as the theme or topic of the whole passage. So you have to understand the theme, the topic, or the main idea of the whole passage, right? And they usually comes at the end, right? So multiple choice questions, they are, in the last part of the reading test, usually. It's okay, Atika. It's okay. It's totally fine. You can only hear us. If you cannot talk, it's fine. Okay. Then you have to, out of four options, you will have to choose one of the options in multiple choice questions. So this is something simple. We all know it, right? Now, if we look at, an example here, so question number 5, the instructions are they choose one letter from A to D, right? Then another instruction is write your answer in box 5 on your answer sheet. So it should be written in box 5, right? Now the question is, which of the following is the most suitable title for the reading passage, right? So there is a passage, right? And then you are given these four options and you are being asked that which of them is the most suitable title for the reading passage. So probably the title is not given and you are asked about the title. Now, the question is, how can we do this task? So read the question as options and underline keywords, right? So we can underline all the keywords, right? For example, effects of physical injury, brain development, then child development worldwide, then importance of socialization, so socialization, then infant survival, right? And wild. So these are actually the keywords. So by trying to underline and understanding the keywords, then what can you do? You can actually look for the rephrase or paraphrase of these words, and you can scan the text, you can scan the passage and find your answer. Now, can you already eliminate some options or guess? For example, if you have read the passage, so automatically your mind will, exclude or include some of the options. And the reason is that your mind understands that what the passage is all about. So once you understand the title of the passage, I mean the theme of the passage, the main idea of the passage, so automatically you will include some of the options and then you can also exclude some of the options. Now, the strategy that you can use is skim through text again. Now, for the second time, you don't need to read each and every word. You can just skim for the main idea and see what the passage is all about, right? Look for main ideas as we have already done in the previous case, and then sum up main ideas of passage in your head. You can collect all the main ideas. Main ideas mean all the topic sentences from each and every paragraph. You can collect them in your mind and then think about a possible topic. So any of the options might click in your mind, right? Then cross out options you think are wrong. You can cross them out and then choose. For example, these are four options. So out of four, for example, A is crossed because it is not relevant. After you skim through the passage, you feel that this is not relevant, so you cross it out. Then you also cross, for example, option C. You cross it out as well because you think that this is not relevant. So option B and option D, they are what? They are the most suitable options for you, right? Then decide on the correct options. Now, out of B and D, you can choose which of the options is correct. So this is how, the mechanism of, these multiple choice questions is, right? Now, let's see an example here. Now, you will have this reading, right? Reading passage. I will open this reading passage for you, right? And you have question 6 and question 7. So question 6 instructions are choose correct letter A to D. The writer's main aim in this passage is, right? So you will be looking for the main aim of the passage. Now, here are four options. Advise farmers to grow different varieties of canola. Give a detailed explanation of the canola plant, talk about the effects of the recent drought in Australia, or describe research on new varieties of canola, right? So I will open this passage for you, right? You can take a screenshot or click of these four options, read the passage, and then decide which of the options is correct, okay? Are you getting my point? Hello?
Yes, sir.
Yes.
Keep these four options in your mind, and I'm gonna, open this. Sorry. Okay. Is it visible? Hello?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Now read the passage and then you can decide. Okay. You have 2 minutes to do this task. Okay, shall we go back to the options?
No, sir.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay, sir.
Okay. So now tell me, which of the options do you think is the right option?
Describe research on new varieties of canola.
Okay. Atika, what do you think? Atika,
Sir, option C.
talk about the effects of recent drought in Australia. Why option C? You know, the writer's main aim in this passage is to. Okay. Asya, what do you think? It is totally okay that we have opted out the A and B because they are not even related, okay? So that's very good. But now come here.
Sir, here the researchers in Australia there is recently a drought because of which the researcher wants to discover some new varieties of the canola seed in which there should be no there will be no more use of water. That's why he is funded by the Australian Research Council to work on this project.
Yes, you are right. But what about Atika's option?
Sir, the most appropriate answer for this is B because number C talk about effects of the recent drought in Australia. In this passage, overall effect is not explained, but the more emphasis is given to the research project, in which
Okay, what is the main idea of the passage? What is the main idea of the passage? Mm-hmm. Atika, what do you think? Ospelmansky decide kisa pakistanavem. Decide among yourselves. Ji, Atika, try to convince Asia. Ji, Atika, do you agree with Asia? You have texted. Uh, okay. Again, I will say that look at the. What does it say? However, the recent drought in Australia has had an adverse effect on canola production. It does not say effects. Are you getting my point? मेरी बात की समझ आ
Yes,
रही है
sir.
आपको? ठीक है?
yes, sir.
Yes.
आगे फिर कह रहा है to address the problem, plant scientists, ठीक है? उन्होंने फिर जो भी किया है वो किया है, ठीक है? वो तो रिसर्च है ना, that is part of research, and the research is being explained, right? But why this research happened? Because of what? Be-
Recent drought in Australia.
right? Which had an adverse effect. So, talk about the effects on the recent drought in Australia is not the right option, right? Because it says effects.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir. And on or in the passage, There is only effect, not effects.
Exactly. Only one effect is used, right? And only one, perspective is used because it is not, well bred when there is drought, right? So option D is the right option. Okay, let's move to the next passage. Again, we have read this passage. Question number 7. Choose the letter from A to D. The question is, which of the following is the most suitable title for reading passage 2? So now we have to choose the title. Saving Australia's whales, whale breeding secrets, the significance of whale songs, and whale behavioral characteristics. So keep these options in your mind, and I'm going to show you the passage, okay? Now, this is the passage, right? You have one, two, three, four paragraphs, right? When you read until C, let me know. I will, scroll it down, okay? You have to read all these passages and then choose a suitable title for the whole passage, okay? Not for paragraph, but for the whole passage. Is it clear? Is it clear or not?
Okay, sir.
Okay. Now, uh, you have 2 minutes to do it, okay? Go ahead. Okay, shall we go back to the options?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Now tell me which of the options is the most suitable title for the passage. A, B, C, D. Which of them is the
C.
most? Huh?
C.
C. Okay, Atika, what do you think? Do you agree
Sir, I
with?
think C.
Okay, yes. C is the correct option. And the reason is saving Australia's whale, there is no, discussion about, the saving or protection of Australia's whales,
Saving.
right? The breeding secrets, yes, somehow songs are related to breeding, but it was not the only, you can say, reason, right, for the songs. So that
Reason.
is, yes, right? So that is another thing. And lastly, whale behavioral characteristics. So we are not talked about, the behavior, right? All the paragraphs in the passage, they were talking about the songs of whales, right? So, of course, option C is the ultimate correct option. Well done, right? Let's move to the next paragraph. Okay, so in the last two, you can say the last two question types that we have discussed were about, headings and multiple choice. Now we can also locate information. This is another type of question that you can get, and multiple choice questions, right? So here we have uh, a passage, and then we have these options, right? If we can look here, so it says that reading passage one has four paragraphs. Only two are given there, but it has got four paragraphs labeled A to D. Which paragraphs contains the following information? So we have given these five options, and we are asked which of the paragraph contains these informations, these sentences, right? So they may not be present. These sentences may not be there in exactly the same wording. The wording might be different, they might be paraphrased, but we have to look for the information, the relevant information, which lies in each and every paragraphs, right? Then the instruction is write the correct letter A to D in boxes 1 to 5 on your answer sheet. So on your answer sheet, you have to write, for example, one, right? With question number one, you have, let's say, option B. The information in option one
Yes,
lies
sir.
in option B. For example, paragraph number B. Question number two, for example, so this information lies, let's say, in option D, paragraph number D, right? So you have to write D. So this is how you have to answer these questions. Is it clear?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Now, here is the note. You may use any letter more than once. In the previous examples, we have seen that you cannot use the same example or the same option twice. Here, in this test, in this type of question, you can use one option twice. For example, question number one, the information in question number one and question number two, both lies in paragraph B. So you can use B for both one and two. Are you getting my point? Is it clear?
Yes, sir.
Okay. So this is how it should be done, okay? Now let's move to the next page, slide. Okay. Format. So the format of, excuse me. Okay. So the format is that you have to find the paragraph in the text which contains the information given in the question, right? So you have to locate the information. Write the letter for that paragraph. You have to note down the letter. For example, if the information is available in paragraph B, so you have to write paragraph B. If the information is available in C, so you have to write C, right? Write the answer in the correct place on the answer sheet. This is very important. Sometimes the students, out of fear and out of anxiety, they do find the correct option, but they write it in the wrong place. For example, if they are answering question number one, so they will, and they are to write option B, for example, paragraph B, right? So they write B in front of question number two, which of course is wrong, right? You cannot do it. You have to write the correct option in the correct place on the answer sheet. So this is also very important. Now, Another, highlight about the format is that a paragraph can be chosen more than once, as we have mentioned earlier. A paragraph may not be used. For example, if there are 5 paragraphs, so it is very much likely that you may use paragraph B twice. And it is very likely that you may not use paragraph A even once, right? So it is possible, right? Okay. Only one paragraph is the answer to each question. You have to take only one option. Either it's option A, B, C, D, and it can be anyone, right? You need to skim and scan quickly to find specific information, and we have already discussed how can you scan and how can you skim, right? Now, how to do this task? Read the instructions carefully, of course. Skim the text to see what it is about. Read each question and underline the keywords as we have mentioned. Think of any similar words that could be used in the text. Of course, the paragraph form or the synonym form, right? Look at the first question again. Skim the paragraphs quickly. Scan for keywords or synonyms, right? Mark the area of the paragraph which matches the keywords, and then write the paragraph letter in the correct place on the answer sheet and go to the next question and follow the same steps. Now, here I have this PDF, right? And in this PDF, there are many questions, right? I will share it with you in the group after the class, and you will, do the practice on your own. Is it clear? Or should I
Yes.
open it? Or should I open the PDF here as well? It's totally up to you. Should I
Sir,
open it?
open it here as well.
Okay, okay.
Yes, sir.
Now, here it is. We have multiple options, right? Locating information. Now, each paragraph contains information about life on Mars, right? Choose the statement to match the paragraph so that the type of information matches the paragraph. Now, this is paragraph A, right? And here are these options. Now, you have 1 minute to read the passage from here to here, and then select option from here to here, okay? Is it clear? So you have 1 minute to do it.
Okay.
Okay, now tell me which of the options is the correct one.
Implications of discovering life on Mars unanswered.
Unanswered, leave it. This is, uh, not part of the option. Unanswered, leave this word, okay? I should have
Okay,
removed
sir.
it. Okay. So implications of discovering life on Mars. Okay, Atika, what do you
Okay.
say?
An example of life on Mars.
An example of life on Mars. Where is the example? I cannot see any example here. Mm-hmm. Okay. Asya, why do you think that it is the implication of discovering life on Mars is the right option?
Sir, first
Mm-hmm.
of all, I look to all options. I do the method of elimination.
Mm-hmm.
I I eliminate those options which are completely inappropriate to the passage, and after that I select this option. And
Okay.
also, there is no evidence of life on Mars. An example of life on Mars नहीं है इसमें. A comparison, there is no comparison, I think. A
Mm-hmm.
scientific description of potential life on Mars.
Mm-hmm. What do you
Uh,
think about this one? A
yes,
scientific
sir.
description of potential life on Mars.
Description. So, I maybe ये answer में
You have missed this one, right?
yes, sir. This is correct.
Which one? Scientific description?
There are scientific description of potential life.
Mm-hmm. Exactly. Right? If you see here, if life on Mars is ever found, right? So there is potential life. We don't know yet. Are you getting my point?
Yes, sir.
Sir, I got confused because of the word unanswered.
Okay. Forget about the word unanswered. It means that none of the option is clicked, right? So, anyways, uh, scientific description of potential life on Mars is the correct option. And you are right. Implication of discovering life on Mars is also somehow correct. Why it is correct? Because if you look here, read this line. Could you please read it aloud?
This discovery would change our concept of the universe as a barren place and our belief in the uniqueness of Earth.
Yes. So it means that if life was ever discovered on Mars, so our belief would be changed. Are you getting? Now, a scientific description of potential life on Mars and implication of discovering life on Mars. These are two possible options. Now, tell me, what do you think is the most suitable one? Again, with logic, okay? You have to tell me why do you think is this one or the last one is the right option, okay? G.
Sir, a scientific description of potential life on Mars.
Why?
Because first of all, the text start from if,
Mm-hmm. Okay.
and it basically
Wow.
means that life does not happen by accident.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
There is no proof of the discovery of life on other planets. So it is just a scientific description of potential life on Mars.
Okay. Atika, what do you think?
Sir, I agree with Asia.
You agree with Asia. And I also agree with Asia, right? So it's a win-win situation for all of us, right? Is it clear? Yes, Asia, you are
Yes,
right.
sir. Yes, sir.
And this is why I have mentioned it to you because you have actually missed it. So next time when you are answering questions, do not rush through it. Try to read it in every option, right, with care. खबर अब आने पोएगी. Do you know what I'm saying? Right?
Yes, sir.
ذكر
Yes,
شيء,
sir.
if you make a little mistake, you are costing 1 mark. And 1 mark means a lot of things in IELTS, reading in IELTS, other modules of IELTS. So be very, very careful. Do not be careless, okay? This is, a warning sign. I know you are good. You can locate and you can identify the answers correctly, but the only, thing is that you are rushing through things. Don't rush through things, okay?
Okay, sir.
And then there are more
Yes, sir,
options.
you observed me that I always rush.
Yeah. Yeah, you are rushing, and this is not a good habit. So you have all the other questions as well, and I will share this document with you. You can do the rest on your own, okay? Because you know the class timing is very limited.
Okay, sir.
Okay, let's move to the next slide. Now, here, as we have mentioned, how to do this task. So, for example, we have this passage, right? And in this passage, we are having this question, right? Choose the letter A, B, C, or D. Write your answers in box 3 on your answer sheet. So the question is, what happened in the inconceivable event, but not in the conceivable event? Now, you see, we have two things, inconceivable and conceivable. But the question is that what happened in the inconceivable? Now, it is a bit technical. Technicality lies in the order of these words, conceivable and inconceivable. Gora, the fact is that whenever we are talking about things, so we bring the positive first and the negative later. This is the right order. But they have actually, in this question, they have changed the order. Inconceivable have brought forward, and conceivable has been brought, pushed backward. Are you getting?
Yes, sir.
Right?
Sir, explain it again.
Okay. The thing is, usually when we are talking about a good and a bad, so we discuss good first and bad later, right?
Yes, sir.
We discuss the things which we agree with first, and the things that we disagree with, we discuss them later, right? So
Yes, sir.
conceivable is a positive word, right? Positive in sense that it is not, reverse or opposite of, something else. So the opposite is inconceivable. So the order should have been conceivable and then inconceivable. But they have actually changed the order just to make the things a bit difficult for you, a bit technical in simple words. Is it clear?
Yes, sir.
Then you should also see what happened in the inconceivable. It means there is a relationship between happening and inconceivable. And then, but not in the conceivable, right? So not inconceivable. Not inconceivable according to the spaces are relevant, and happened and inconceivable are relevant. Are you getting my point?
Mm.
Okay. So this is, the technicality. Now, option A is the object remained visible at all times. Option B is the object was secretly taken away. C is the flip was not moved at all. D, the object prevented the flip from closing. Now, so the first thing that we need to do is find the keywords conceivable and inconceivable and conceivable. So they are here, conceivable event and inconceivable event. You can see it here, right?
Okay.
Then we need to see what happened in the inconceivable and not in the conceivable. You can see it here. गोरी देखिए ना, कंसीवेबल पहले है और इनकंसीवेबल पैसेज में भी बाद में आया है, लेकिन इन्होंने टेक्निकलिटी ये की है कि इनकंसीवेबल को पहले बयान किया है, राइट? एंड द क्वेश्चन इज आल्सो अबाउट इनकंसीवेबल. बात की समझ आ रही है आपको?
Yes, sir.
ठीक है. नाउ रीड इट फ्रॉम हेयर. In fact, read the whole passage so that you should
Sir,
have a bit
sir, I already read it.
Okay. Atika, you should also read
Yes.
it. What do you think is the right option?
B.
B. Why? Why B?
Sir, look at the last line. The inconceivable even the object had been removed. The object was secretly taken away.
Yes.
Synonym. Here synonym
Remove.
is.
Yeah, removed and taken away, they are synonyms, right? And this happened
Yes,
in
sir.
the inconceivable event, right?
Yes, sir.
Right? In the conceivable event, the flap was, would have stopped it moving any further. But here it has been totally removed, right?
In the conceivable event, the correct option is the flap was not moved at all.
Exactly.
Yes,
Right.
sir.
Okay. Then you can also see the object remained visible at all time, right? So
Yes,
this is
sir.
what happened in the conceivable. And this
Okay.
is being discussed here as well. The inconceivable event began in the same way as the conceivable event. However, you see, the word however is telling you, and the word instead of is telling you that something uh, opposite has happened, and that is that the object is being removed, right?
Yes, sir.
So this is, a bit technical and you need to be very, very focused. Atika, are you following?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Now here we have another, example. You have this question. Question number one is the constructivist theory is based on the idea that. Now we have one, two, three, four, five options, right? But option B is correct. Why? If you scan through this, right? So it says that from observation of his own children in the early 1900s, they're talking about Jean Piaget, he reached the conclusion that below the age of 9 months, humans have no knowledge of the world or any concept that objects still even exist when not seen, right? When we are born, we think that objects are only real if they are visible, right? So you can see it here. Is it clear? And they call it object permanence. Consequently, he reduced the children construct this knowledge by accumulating experience of the world. This central idea is known as Piaget's constructivist theory, right? So the constructivist
So
theory
this
is,
theory, sir, this theory is also included in our course.
yeah, psycholinguistics, probably.
SLA.
Yeah, second language acquisition and psycholinguistics both are somehow relevant subjects, so they are included there, right? So this is how these questions can be done, right? You scan for the constructivist, you read it here. When you see this central idea is known as Piaget's constructivist theory, so you will of course think that what is known as the central idea, right? Where is the central idea? Then you will start reading from the beginning, and when you read the context, you will understand, okay, so there is the answer, right? And how can you do it? How will you write the answer? For example, for option one, you have to write B. For example, if B paragraph is the right option. For question number two, you have to write A. If, for example, if A is the right option. For question number three, if D is the right option, so you should write D, only D, right? You don't need to write the whole thing. You only need to write, A, B, or C, or D, or whatever, right? Is it clear? Shall we move
Yes, sir.
forward? Now, again, it's the same thing. Read the instructions carefully. Read each questions or unfinished sentence and underline the keywords as we have already mentioned. Think of synonyms. Look at the first question again. Scan the text for keywords or synonyms, right? Mark the area of the text which matches the keywords. For example, in this paragraph, when you scan the passage and you find the constructivist, so it means that your answer might be in this paragraph. So you mark it, right? And then you start reading the whole paragraph. This is how it should be done, okay? Then circle the keywords in the options. Think about how they can be paraphrased, right? And then read the text closely where you have marked it. And read it, choose an option and check it if it has the same meaning as in the text. And write your answer on the answer sheet. This is another example, right? I have this PDF as well. I will share it in the group later on after the class. So this is all about it for today's lecture. If you have any questions regarding finding headings, if you have any questions regarding finding multiple choice options, if you have any question regarding locating information, you can discuss it. You can ask me. Yes, is there any question?
Sir, in IELTS test, the questions are like this.
Yes, they will be like this. The ones that we are practicing, they are the
Yeah.
same.
Sir,
As you.
sir, if we
Mhm.
practice at least 100 questions about each section, so,
Y-
so should so it would be enough or not?
Yes, you know, 100, you have said 100. I say if you practice around 20 or 30, right, it will be more than enough for
Yes,
you. But if you do it with focus and with the strategies that I've taught you, right? Things are not difficult. IELTS is not a difficult test. The only thing that you need to do is you should have a good command of English language. One. Second, you should have the knowledge of strategies, how the answers could be found, correctly and accurately and with speed and efficiency. Second thing. Third, how to do your tasks, uh, within the time limit. So these are actually a few things which you need to know. Else, everything is
sir.
okay.
If we practice more, then we will be able to manage time.
Yeah, definitely, definitely. Now, this is something that I also wanted to mention to you. Actually, I forgot in the previous class. Now, we are already done with the IELTS listening section, but let me give you an advice here. If you are playing those audios, I will be sharing more audios with you so that you can practice more on the IELTS listening part as well, right? When you are playing those audios, so instead of playing it with 1.0 speed, play it with 1.5 speed, right? Now you'll be
Okay,
asking
sir.
me, sir,
Okay,
what is
sir.
the logic, right? You will be asking me, sir,
Then
what is the logic?
we will
The
be used to this. If,
Yes.
for example, if the question or if the audio is in the fast communication
Mhm.
type, then we will be able to pick the right answer.
Yes, you are right. But the thing is that, they will be playing the audios with 1.0 speed. They are not going to play the audios or the audio script with 1.5 speed.
Yes, sir.
But
Yes.
if you practice with
The things will be
1.4,
really easy for
yeah, if
us.
you practice with 1.5 speed, it means that your picking power will be faster than, the way they are saying it or they are talking. Is it clear?
Yes, sir.
It will be much, much better, right?
Yes, sir.
And also, when I'll ask you to do the reading task, so you should have your timer set for you, okay? Set the timer. For example, if you're reading passage one and answering the questions on passage one, so have a stopwatch by you. Start it when you start reading and try to do it within or under 20 minutes. Same is the case with section two, section three. And this is how it should be done, okay? So when you are practicing, try to feel the real test scenario in simple words. This is what I want to say. Is it clear? Is it clear or not?
Yes, sir. Clear.
All right. So that's all about it for today. And see you inshallah tomorrow with further question types and with some more practice. Till then, have a good day. Allah Hafiz.